Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
Welcome to the Rock Interview. Thrilled to be catching up with the country singer, songwriter, and guitarist who won the 2019 The Voice, Jake Hoot. Thanks for joining us on the show, Jake.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know what? It's like you've done so many great things in the past year or so with your music. And I wanted to bring up for our viewers that you have a new single, too, that recently came out, Dangerous Thing, and that's kind of a rockin' song.
It is. You know, I co-wrote that song with Dave Pahanish and Dylan Dixon, and, you know, I think when we sat down to write it, I'm a huge Eagles fan, and so we kind of wanted to write something that kind of fit in that vein with the guitar solos and everything, and so very, very much country, but very much rock and roll at the same time.
Totally, and I love the guitar solos, and I know that song is doing so well for you on the charts and everything. And then I think another great thing that you did, you know, as being a local Tennessee guy, is with Tennessee Strong, was after the tornadoes hit here in the Nashville area. You came out with that song to help benefit people, you know, hurt by the tornadoes.
Yes, sir. No, it was just, you know, Tennessee holds a very near place to my heart. It's been home for the last 11, 12 years. And, you know, just seeing the devastation, not only in Nashville, but all of Middle Tennessee. And of course, back home where I used to live in Cookeville, you know, it was just very heartbreaking. And so to come up with a song that kind of, you know, gives back, obviously, from the financial standpoint, but also gives somebody, you know, kind of some comfort with the words and stuff like that was very special. And to hear the feedback has been really awesome as well.
Yeah, such a strong song. You know, and you have such an interesting life, Jake, you know, being born in Texas, if I'm correct, and then living in the Dominican Republic. So is that where you actually, you know, I know your parents are missionaries. Is that where you started to, you know, sing and play guitar, was living there?
Absolutely, yeah. Being a missionary kid, you know, I feel like missionary kids' parents always kind of, you know, make them get out of their shell and help out in church and whatnot. And so Dad definitely made me get out of my shell and lead singing and stuff like that at church. And then I taught myself guitar. And of course, Mom and Dad, you know, Mom listened to James Taylor, the Eagles, John Denver, and Dad listened to like Jimmy Buffett. So I had all these different, you know, music influences, whatever, growing up. But it wasn't until I got to college that I actually started playing shows and whatnot. But definitely it all started way back when in the Dominican Republic.
Well, you know, it's incredible, too, because, you know, you've got your degree from Tennessee Tech, and then this whole thing with The Voice, and obviously, you know, being here in Nashville, having a local guy like yourself on the show, I think always means so much to us. And that Kelly Clarkson picked you, and together with you guys doing a duet, you had the highest charting duet on The Voice. How does that feel?
I'm still trying to figure out and process everything, you know, months later. No, it was incredible, you know, to go and one, to be a part of that, but, you know, also to get to do a duet with Kelly Clarkson on stage. And
right.
That song she had never heard before when I actually pitched it to her. And so we sat down and worked it up. And then I also got to share the stage with Little Big Town, which was amazing. But yeah, to have it chart as well as it did. And Kelly, you know, she told me multiple times, oh, this is one of my favorite collaborations that I've ever done. And so, so many really cool things and very, you know, very huge dreams that came true on that show. So I'm very, very grateful for it.
Well, you know, I think, you know, what is appreciated so much, you know, here in Nashville and Tennessee is that you're a songwriter also. And so you bring that to the table. And yours and Kelly's voices played so well. Plus, she gave you a Martin guitar, which, you know, how many people get that? I mean, come on.
The craziest thing, you know, she came up and she actually gave me this Martin, and Shane Q was also on the show. And crazy thing is he had always wanted a Gibson, and she walked up with 2 guitars and handed them over to us. And luckily she handed me the Martin, and I always wanted one, and she handed him the Gibson, not knowing that those were our dream guitars. And so
how amazing.
Yeah. So it's been incredible. And I absolutely love this guitar. And it's, like I said, it's been through a lot of shows with me since then.
Well, you know, and when you were playing on the show originally, you know, I kept seeing you with that guild too.
Yes, sir. Well, if I can, there it is right there.
Oh, what
the jumbo body right there.
Yeah, I was going to say the jumbo. You can't go wrong with that, Jake.
Absolutely. No, and I mean, I'm such a big guy that most guitars look like ukuleles anyway in my hands. And so to play a guitar that's got a jumbo body that actually looks like a guitar is pretty special.
Well, I'll tell you what, and I want to bring up for our viewers too, you have an incredible fan base. I mean, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. And it seems like the fans have really engaged with you. And that has to be a great feeling for you as a performer and as a songwriter, Jake.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's one thing to, see other people with huge followings and stuff like that. And the numbers, on social medias and everything are incredible, but to see people interact, and like you said, that just got behind me when I was on The Voice. And since then, people are constantly reaching out, asking how life is going and trying to keep up with everything. And, anytime we posted Tennessee Strong or Dangerous Thing, it's those people that are helping it chart and that are putting it where it got to. And so very, very grateful. Never thought in a million years I would have that many people that cared about my music, but I'm very grateful for it.
Well, speaking of which, a dream come true, Jake, I have to bring this up. You appeared on debut on the Grand Ole Opry back in February, right? So do you think, when things open up, you're going to have some more dates on there probably?
I'm hoping so. That was my dream stage. That was probably my biggest moment in music, my music career, is getting to play there. And we had another date in April that was booked, and of course it got, postponed and whatnot. So I'm definitely hoping there's a lot more, those shows in the near future. And, it's just a special stage. There's so many stories that go along with that stage. And so to be invited and then get to step in that circle and play is just an incredible feeling.
Yeah, it's sort of like, with you and your songwriting and everything just coming together so perfectly. And the tonality of your voice, and your lyrics and everything that you do, it's like it's just great. I can see why you're doing so well. I love the new song, Dangerous Thing. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Are you going to have some more singles rolling out, you think, this year?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're working on some other ones. We may even, I haven't even told anybody, but we're planning on doing like an acoustic video / release of a song for Father's Day that I wrote for my daughter. And so that may be in the works here before too long. And of course, we're looking at some other songs to get released later this year as well, and then hopefully start working on an album pretty soon as well.
Excellent. Well, you have to keep us in the loop. I want to make sure our viewers know, Jake, the best place to go to your website, social media, everything else, and also so they can, watch your videos, buy the single, and obviously still support, Tennessee Strong that you've done with that. Where should they go?
Absolutely. My website is jhoot.com. You can find all the information on when we're going to be touring again, if anything starts opening back up. And then, of course, my social media is on Facebook. It's just Hoot. And then on Twitter and Instagram, it's Hoot Music. So get on there, and I try to keep everything as updated as I can. But definitely I post a lot of videos and whatnot.
Well, and I think it's great, too. You and I were talking before the show started. You're getting to spend some more time with your daughter right now, which is special as well, and hopefully some extra time to write some songs, too.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I've been definitely writing a lot on my own. And then, of course, Zoom calls, how all those work. I've been getting to write some through that. But, yeah, just like you said, I think the biggest thing that I've taken away from this quarantine is getting to spend some quality time with Macy. And she just turned 5 a couple days ago. And so
oh, wow.
To get that time with her has been really special.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hoot, congratulations on all of your success. I just look forward to even bigger and better things from you in the coming years.
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on the Rock Interview.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of a Bobby Bones Show.